on this one.
Okay, you're sharing screen. Stop share.
All righty. Well, Bulvinaka, everyone who's tuning in to watch this very interesting Zoom session this evening. We're doing I'll start off. My name is Meli Tungota, and I am the director for the Soli Bula short film, and we're putting together a Kickstarter to try and get this animated short film made. And we have a lot of very amazing individuals who will be working on this short film. And tonight we will be highlighting one of them. His name is Tui Ledua. He is the art lead for the animated short film. And so tonight is a very kind of like chill, get to know Tui and see the master in action, so to speak. It's a sketch. I'm not even quite sure what these things are called. Sketch requests, live drawings. Tui, do you know what these things are called?
Well, we're just making it up as we go along. I mean,
no, don't tell them that.
Yeah, well, no pressure, no pressure. Let's just hang out. And I'm just drawing. This is what I do all the time anyway. It's nice to have other people giving suggestions. So.
Right. So this live drawing session is it's a sort of like you can tune in, you can watch, and the most exciting thing is you can actually ask him to draw something. Ask Tui. But before we get into that, actually, Tui, can you introduce yourself to the people watching and give them a little preview of who you are?
Yeah. Sorry about the camera angle. It looks like it's like a giant staring in through your window.
You're pretty tall.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my name is Tui Ledua. I'm a full-time cartoonist illustrator, so I do a lot of drawings for companies, for NGOs and stuff. And but I do a lot of boring drawings, vegetables and things like that. So this one is nice because it's it's a story. I get to do cool stories every now and then. So this one is really nice, and Meli was kind enough to allow me to be part of his production. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Give it a go. It's not like I'm got anywhere else to go. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to joining with you guys.
Got anywhere else to go? Hey, you're a pretty busy guy and a hard guy to nail down. I'm glad that we have you for this hour of pretty cool drawing requests. So we are going to open the floor to you viewers, and if you want to see him draw something, he will live stream his drawing and he will draw it for you. The only few rules are that that it be one drawing, not like multiple series. One request, one drawing per request. Also, something simple. I've stated on the little ads showcasing this event. Nothing too grand and complex that will be stuck here all year long. So it's just something simple, something we don't want to stress Tui out, with this session. He's got a life to live. So so just if you want to see him draw something, just request something like a little cat on a cat with a hat, I don't know. And perhaps nothing too naughty. And we'll get Tui to draw it. Let me see. Actually, Tui, can you go ahead and share your screen, and we can get started.
Cool.
It's kind of, we don't have any. Oh, okay. We actually got one. We actually got one request, but let's Tui, let's start off with your. There we go.
Okay.
Bulimanaka, Darren Moe, Bentley Fisher. They are tuning in, and they got a request from they're watching with their kids. So, Tui, the
Hey.
very first drawing request is a frog with a top hat. Ooh, you know those old Warner Bros. Cartoons, the "Hello, my baby, hello, my darling," the singing dancing frog. I'm picturing that.
No. Can you sing that again?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol. We'll save the karaoke Zoom
It's a
sessions for another
Bula,
time.
Bula Darren. Oh man, I can't remember what that frog looks like. Anyway, I'll
Okay,
draw a
just
frog in a top hat.
just draw a frog and a top with a top, and keep it simple. Because we might have other requests. Actually, it's pretty quiet right now because I think Fiji time people slowly filter in if they want to check out an event. So we might have requests later on. But for now, we shall start our Zoom drawing session with a frog with a top hat. But
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's quite messy. So I've gone for the head, smaller body. I'm gonna put a top hat on him like this, and then it's a frog, but I want him to be looking out from under the top hat.
yeah, I forgot to mention one thing to the viewers. Who are watching. If you get a request drawn, you will save the artwork and then we'll post it to our Facebook page afterwards. So if you want, you can grab a copy of your super quick, super sketchy sketch of your request and print it out and put it on the wall. Sorry, continue, Tui.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm using Procreate, which is like this real cheapo app, but it's really good.
Excuse me, it is not cheap. Wait,
well,
is it cheap?
Compared to what we'd pay for, when we had to draw with like Photoshop and stuff, we'd have to fork out an arm and a leg, or we'd still be paying it off while we're doing work. And whereas with Procreate, it's available for so many people now because of it's so cheap. Well, it's I think it's like $12 now. When I bought it, it was $5 US.
$5 US the software.
Yeah, I bought it in maybe 2016.
That's actually yeah. You weren't kidding when you said it was cheap.
Yeah, but cheap. Yeah, it is, and I've used it to draw, stuff that's been published. And I think when it first came out, a lot of people it was quite frowned upon because it was like no way could something that's $5 produce stuff that's that
industry worthy. Industry
worthy. But you're seeing it in the industry more and more because of how good the software is. It's a pretty solid software.
Yeah, I see a lot of young upcoming aspiring artists especially on Instagram. Instagram seems to be where the cool young hip artists are currently residing. They post a lot of the digital artists with iPads. They do use Procreate for their art, and man, the stuff that they make. Come on, man, $5 or not. It's a good example of how just because something is cheap doesn't mean it's not good, because with what you can do with the software, the 3D software Blender is free, but the stuff that comes out from Blender, man, they can make for like full featured 3D graphics and amazing, like just amazing stuff from Blender, the free program. And so, you know, um, it really doesn't. It really comes down to how well you use the tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's something that someone had always told me, was that you can't give the computer or whatever, like, new technology that comes out, you can't give it more respect than, all it is a paintbrush, and paintbrush should never dictate the drawing. It's just something that you use. You can never use it as an excuse for, oh, I can't draw this because I don't have this software. You should be able to create stuff. Like whenever I do workshops or lessons, with kids, I never use the iPad,
You always use
because
pen and paper?
yeah, because it's always nice to just, I don't want people to think, oh, I need to have a special type
Right,
of
right. Fancy
yeah,
iPad. Yeah.
yeah. It's like one year I went away and I did went to a workshop overseas, and I was talking to these artists, and these guys were big time, and I was saying, oh, I'm looking at, I'd saved up to buy this Cintiq, and I was saying, oh, look, I'm planning to buy this to do some, this piece of kit for work. And the lady I was talking to, she says, oh, yeah, you can buy that if you got lots of money, but we just use this. And she pointed at their tablet that they were using. It was like a $70 Wacom tablet. And that's all they use. It's not about having flashy equipment. It's nice to have it, but it's what you make with what you've got, or that's what matters, I suppose.
Yeah, you make do with what you got. It's funny. There's this sort of school of thought that comes that sort of I've seen echo across different mediums in art, which is like restriction creates, creativity thrives in restrictions. As in,
Yeah,
if you try and restrict one aspect of your art creation, you'll actually be forced to think in a different way, and you actually create stuff that you'd never would have thought before. And so, of course, I shouldn't say don't become too reliant on not on on restrictions, but now and then it's definitely good exercise. And in terms of like having equipment, if
yeah,
pen and paper is all you have, hey, learn how to be really good at it, and you can definitely create. I mean, Jim Lee creates the most amazing pencil work. Jim Lee, the artist from
yeah,
DC. Oh, there you go, a froggy with is that a bow tie?
yeah, yeah.
Nice. So Darren Murray Bentley Fisher says, that's so cool. The kids getting excited as the frog comes to life. As the frog is coming to life, sorry. I wonder if I should sing the song.
Yeah, yes, please, come on. That'll help.
I have to look up the lyrics. I gotta
Oh,
Google this.
come on, man.
Hello, my darling.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my glad time gal, or something like that. I can't remember.
Okay. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime. Summertime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. Something like that. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, where's Knox? Where's Knox when
Hey.
you need him, man?
Yeah. Is that complete?
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the thing. It's never really complete. I mean,
No, it's never. Just throw a
yeah,
splash of
I'll
color and you're
always,
done.
yeah, I'm always gonna start, finding things that I can add and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. I think if you take out the blue background layer, then you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Yep.
Stamp that. Done. Because we actually have another request from Sunil Ram.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Sunil Ram asks, is King Kong with a face mask too complex? I think we can give King Kong a go. It's funny. There's only 2 requests in, but already I see a pattern of animals. How's your animal drawing skills? I'll say straight off the bat, mine is horrible.
I don't know.
King Kong, monkey.
King Kong and a face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll stop that.
Yeah. As Tui says, if you're doing art, you really have to put a mental stop to say this is where I'm stopping, because you can just keep going and going. Yeah. So that's
okay. We'll stop with that one.
That's for you, Darren Moy Fisher. We will upload that to Facebook at the end of the session, and we're now going on to the next one. I hope the kids enjoyed it, and
Yeah. Okay.
perhaps Moy, if you can sing the song better than I can, because the rendition that I did was pretty horrible. So Sunil is asking for King Kong with a face mask. Oh boy. There's been a lot of hey, even I did the I put a face mask on the guy for a short film. I had to advertise the Kickstarter on the poster work, that one Fijian man looking very sternly at you, but then I put the face mask, and then it was a very responsible mask up. So yeah, there's a lot of how do I say this, pandemic-ish imagery that's sort of floating around the art world right now. I mean, do you know who's this? Is it Naingama, the artist on Instagram? He did that pretty awesome drawing of Dr. Fong as a superhero. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I think it's Alan. Alan went and did not Wonder Woman. Sorry, he did Dr. Alicia on the other, and another one.
Right.
So yeah, lots of we've got a lot of time on our hands.
Hey. Honson Chan says Bula Tui. So
hey, Bula Hansen.
Yeah, gorilla with a face mask, man. That must be one big.
Yeah.
Did you watch King Kong versus Godzilla?
Yes. Yeah, we saw bits of it. I wasn't really paying it. I was falling off to sleep.
Oh my goodness! How could you fall asleep during King Kong versus Godzilla?
Oh,
I had mighty screen titans battling it out on the silver screen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been pretty busy. So I haven't been sleeping much, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, so I'm drawing King Kong.
When it comes to doing artwork, as you can see, folks, the watching the first basic step is to get your shapes of the object or subject that you're trying to draw. And so Tui here, Tui, could you just explain the process of creating art like this?
Okay. Yeah. No. So.
Hey, the mask has to go over the nose.
Yes, I know. I just realized that. I was like, he kept the whole mouth guard telling off.
Yeah, Dr. Fong going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us how does what's your art process like? How do you go about creating a drawing like this?
Oh, well, because I'm not as good as at my line work is all over the place. So I would just I would just draw lots and lots of sketchy lines, and then I would have just to see where I'm at. So it's just like a framework sort of thing going, because it is, yeah, it is quite messy. Yeah, so I draw the blue lines um, because in the old days when you had to draw, um, you would draw these lines with blue because the photocopiers couldn't pick up the blue. So when you would get your final pieces in, you wouldn't have to worry about rubbing, cleaning everything off. If that makes sense at all. Sorry, I'm talking from a animation perspective.
I was just gonna
Uh,
say, wait a minute.
yeah. So the color of the blue is called non-photo blue. So it's like with the old blue screens.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when you had to draw over and over again, um, some guy came up with an idea. Why don't we get pencils, and then um, we'll just photocopy them. So the photocopy machines couldn't pick up blue pencils. So everybody would do their sketches in blue ink, in blue pencil,
Right.
and everybody would do their pen, and then they would do their final pencils, and they would just darken it in, and then you wouldn't have to worry about, cleaning it up so much. When I say cleaning up, I mean going on with a rubber and rubbing off all your sketch work, because you just photocopy it. Then you wouldn't have to darken it too much. Go in like a stage where you go inking. Man, am I just confusing? Am I just making it more and more confusing? I apologize. So I'm trying to draw King Kong with hand sanitizer.
It is pretty
Um,
tricky. It is pretty tricky.
yeah, no, it's just because we just spoke to Darren. Sorry, we got that request from Darren and Mue. So if I'm doing something and I have to come up with ideas, I'm always, you know, um, if something's in front of me, that's what ends up in the drawing. Um, so yeah, hand sanitizer, because we're talking to Darren.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey,
oh,
it looks
sorry.
pretty hilarious so far.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Darren. Those guys have heaps of hand sanitizers. Uh, the guys at Mana. So, and I think, I think even the guys from, I could be wrong, but I think the guys from the Ministry of Health use theirs as well.
Yeah. Sorry, did you continue with your um well, with the art process of like drawing the lines, and then you sort of switch over to the ink, the black ink, to make it
Mhm.
permanent?
Yeah.
Not permanent, sorry. To finalize to bring it to actual, reality, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the inks were just cleaning up. I mean, right now, because I'm drawing so quickly, they're not very clean at all.
And
I apologize.
it's
Um,
Tui, I should stop you there and reassure the audience that Tui is very judgmental of his own work. I think a lot of artists, including myself, when it comes to doing work, we're like, yeah, it's not so, it definitely could be improved on this or that. It's good, it's great. Don't worry about it, Tui. You're doing a good
yeah, I
job.
think everyone's like that.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh,
like that.
thanks.
Moe Bentley Fisher, they're saying it looks amazing. Um, Honson Chan is saying, Meli, how's the collection? The Kickstarter collection, let me see, we are at 56%. We have raised thus far 5,302 Australian dollars with 16 days to go, 56% funded. Oh boy, I am very nervous, but the Kickstarter is chugging along nicely. So big Binakabagala level to all of those who you watching who have donated and brought us thus far. Uh, we're definitely looking forward to finishing off this, hitting our fundraising goal before the fundraising ends on June the 5th. Hey, that's it, eh?
Sorry, what?
That's it. That's the gorilla.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Okay. Um, that's cool. So, who was it? Oh, you know what? I went out of the chat and I came back and I lost. Who was it that requested? I think it was Sunil Ram. Sunil Ram, this is your drawing for a gorilla with a face mask.
Oh wow!
Hooray!
Did he say gorilla or did he say King Kong?
He said King Kong, and King Kong is a
Oh, okay.
gorilla, isn't he? Or is he like some kind of mutant gorilla-ish?
Oh, that's out of my area of expertise.
Maybe we should ask Monarch how they classify these creatures. Oh, they're Titan. Wait, are they Titan? No, you know what? Sorry, I'm going off track. Atueta, Rambuka says to toka. Oh, Bula Atueta. Well, he spelled his name Art Tueta. Oh, there you go. Sunil
Oh my
says,
goodness!
what happened?
No, like when you said, "Oh, he spelled his name," I thought that's how he spelled his name.
Hey, Singay. You can ask him. I'm just going by what's in front of me. So that's one request down. Wow, we've done 2 drawings thus far, and both of them have involved animals. Does anyone have a request to draw something that's an inanimate object? I'm putting out the call there if anyone has wants to see an inanimate object drawn, maybe like a bun in a toaster. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I'm just
Uh,
we're just freestyling here. Oh, okay. Actually, Nesau Tunjak, hey, Mbola Nesau, she's
Hey,
asking
nice. How's it?
for Kere love story with masks and social distancing.
Of course she did, didn't she?
Of course, man, Nesau, are you asking for full-on Hollywood production here? Hello. A love story with masks and social distancing.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop with the
Yeah,
gorilla.
you stop.
Okay, what do I do? Okay.
All right, we're going to Nick's house. A love story. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? I did say nothing too complex. How about you draw 2 lovers with their masks and 2 meters apart, or they can actually be actual masks. Oh, actually,
Okay.
Naysau said they can be actual masks, pining for each other's warm embrace, but cannot because of the 2-meter social distancing, and they are not in each other's bubbles. That's a thing, right?
Okay, here we go.
2 masks. Let's go.
2 masks.
Mills
2
and
masks.
Boons inspiration, Naysau. Vinaka Mills and Boons. You know, when I was a kid growing up in Nakasi, my neighbor had these collections of Mills and Boons. That was my first introduction to, you know, the book genre, or what is it, pulpy romance? I don't know how to put it.
Keep going.
And she had this like I kid you not, a wall-to-wall collection of Mills and Boons. Like she had 3 shelves and just full chock-a-block with Mills and Boons. She was like, let me see, I was probably like 5 or 6, and she was in her teens. And I'm telling you this story now, and the thing that just occurs to me is like, how did she get such a collection? You know, I mean, this is back in the early 90s. Where did they have bag and box back then? You know,
Yeah.
that you could. Did they even have secondhand stores back in the day? Well, in my day,
Yeah,
rather.
you did. You know, like you had patties, and actually, patties is the only one I can remember.
I'll defer to your statement because I was a Mondri back then. I definitely did not go secondhand shopping.
Oh
That-
yeah, I went looking for books because I was yeah.
did you what is that story about you met one guy and you were telling him excitedly about Spider-Man or something, and then
What?
years later he said that he met you. He remembers you as a kid when you used to when you came up to him to tell him about Spider-Man, or was that another story?
Oh man, no! I had to talk about Easter.
Easter, right? Spider-Man. Yes. So for
Yeah.
the benefit of our viewers, feel free to um, please. I'm curious about the story again. You see, because I'm getting it wrong, so you gotta refresh my memory about the story of Easter.
Yeah. I we all had to talk about what Easter meant to you or something like that. And I think I compared Christ to Spider-Man. I think there were there were people from the senior youth, and then we got to like the junior youth, and I think I went on. Yeah, so I gave my testimony about how Christ is like Spider-Man.
In what way
Um,
are they? I mean, I can see straight off the bat they're both superheroes, but do go on. I'm curious about this.
okay, so it was all about how you know Peter Parker could have smashed Flash Thompson anytime he wanted to.
Oh wow.
But he used great restraint and didn't and put up with um, Flash Thompson bullying him and stuff like that. Um, where at times, Flash Thompson always, as much as he was, um, Flash Thompson saw himself as he was a huge fan of Spider-Man, and in his mind he was saying, that he is like Spider-Man's greatest fan. He would tell everybody that, but he would beat up Peter Parker, and in his mind he thought um, that he was stronger than Peter Parker, when in actual fact he wasn't. Peter Parker was allowing him to beat him up
Right.
because he knew that he was so strong, and that was like the Pharisees, because the Pharisees, they went and they whipped Jesus and all that, and
He let them.
thinking that he let them. So it was that, man. I went all deep and meaningful about Spider-Man. So that was me, and I can't remember what class that was. And it was pin drop silence, and I don't know.
Boo! Those guys are obviously not nerds.
No, they were
Wrong crew.
listening. Everybody was listening.
Oh,
They were like,
okay.
oh wow, that's really deep. Well, I don't know if they like they were the younger kids, they were paying attention. um but yeah uh yeah, I didn't have to talk about get up and talk in church for a long time after that.
They're like, hey, check it out. That's Spider Boy.
Yeah.
There's that nerd. Get him. Uh, wait a minute, Tui. We're talking about this stuff. What are you drawing?
um I don't know, the masks in a bubble. I don't know.
Isn't that Darth Vader's mask?
Yeah. And who's
Uh,
he in love with? I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out who would be, Who's as bad? I'm just making this up as I go along.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Uh,
All right. People who are very watching in. Who is who is the mystery lover for Darth Vader? And don't say Padme because she's not around. As okay, why don't you ink Darth Vader? And you know, when I said masks, I meant the actual. You know what? It's fine. It's open to interpretation. But when I said masks, I was thinking of the actual, the mask that you put on the gorilla. That mask, not
yeah.
helmet mask. But hey, it's not me drawing. I'm not the one drawing. So it's all good. Why don't you ink Darth Vader and I will answer. Shrek. That's a good one. I think
Who
can we
came
block
up with Shrek?
can we block this game? Their suggestions are not helping. I bluff. I'm joking. Shrek, that'll be a good one. Honson Chan asks Tui, are you streaming off your iPad?
Yeah, man. I'm just drawing off my iPad. I'm just sharing my screen. I had this full elaborate setup for screening, like drawing on ink, and it just it was not OHS. My things were falling over the place, and the desk lamp was all over. So I was like, no, I just have to screen from iPad and be lazy.
That's all good. Let's see, Mattia Hey, Mattia Mula. He's asking, how about a Meteora LP? Is that Lincoln Park? Lincoln Park. That's Lincoln Park. Meteor LP cover. OMG. Brings back memories. Let me see. Meteora Lincoln. I think that's the robot. Was it a robot? Oh no, it's a guy. It's a guy spray painting. Oh well, we can definitely look into that after this. After Tui's magnus opus love story of two literal masks in love with each
Sorry,
other.
so
Hey, no, it's fine. Once she makes a comment and leaves it up to you, that's it. It's out of her hands and into your very artistically capable drawing hands.
yes. It's my artistic interpretation, of course.
That it is. Sue Britton, Bula Sue, she's asking Tui and Meli, how was the overall production of Solim Bula? What aspects did you both enjoy most, and what was a more tedious part of the production? Vinaka. Okay, actually, Sue, we haven't actually started proper. We were in pre-production for the production of this film. Pre-production is in filmmaking where you sort of get everything together. You get your script, you get your crew, you get your plan, how you're going to, film, or how you're going to create the film. You're going to get the production pipeline. All this really technical stuff. You're going to figure out how to make the film happen. That's pre-production, and that's the stage that we were at. This was at sort of sometime end of last year when I was talking with the rest of the guys on the panel, on the production crew, and I said, hey, because I worked with almost everyone here, and they were very happy to like, hey, this your creative thing, yeah, I wouldn't mind pitching in for free, and I was like, that's nice. I'm really glad for that because it's great to have that option, but because I felt that this production is sort of like a bit more professional. I wanted to make sure that the production guys who are working on this get paid their due, so to speak. So we put together some ideas. We did. I did a storyboard, which is basically drawings of what the action might look like on screen, and I showed it to the guys. We did some video tests, and one of the guys, what's his name, Michael John Light, he actually modeled the 3D the Ndrua in 3D, and we were doing all this stuff, and when I said, okay, we'll just put a pause on this, and wait, let's try and raise some funding and get everyone paid, so that I can feel a lot better asking this gang to like, hey, make this, make that. They're getting paid for it, so everything's above the board, so to speak. So we're in terms of production, we're sort of paused right now, and we're concentrating on getting funding, which is through the Kickstarter, which is why we're doing all these promotions and stuff to hopefully get it made. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Sue. And Tui, who's the second person you joined? The one on the left.
I was doing Padme's headdress.
OMG, with the headphone hairstyle, the headphone hair.
Yeah, that's
Oh no,
no,
that's
I don't
Leah.
know.
That's
It's
Leah.
like the
Sorry,
yoke,
sorry.
She had like that whole. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Well, after that, we've got one more request
Okay, cool.
from Art Dueta. All right. Oh, okay. The okay. I'll save the request till you finish doing Padme.
Uh huh.
We have Honsen Chan. He's asking, so which animation program you guys going to use for the film? So I can answer this since I'll be the one who will be doing the animation for the short film. Tui will be
Cool.
drawing the assets in the program you see now, Procreate, and then he'll hand them off to me, and I will be animating everything in After Effects. So that's the sort of pipeline that we have in terms of the technical behind the scenes. Tui does the drawings, hands it over to me, and I will animate the assets, all the drawing stuff in After Effects, as well as I'll do some editing a bit in Premiere Pro. Hey, so is that it? Is that it? That's the love story.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Nessa, I hope you're happy with this. Look at that. Look at. Oh,
Oh
and
man, I'll do you something better.
what?
Uh,
No, this is good. This is weird.
really.
This is weird. So which is fine. Which is fun. Oh man, two masks. Love story. Technically, I don't think they're 2 meters apart, but don't worry, they're using
Oh,
the
whoops.
force. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, of
yeah, they're
course.
using the force to stay healthy. They're pushing away the coronavirus, if they have it. Okay, so that's it. That's request number 3. Oh boy, that was a bit tricky one there. That one, eh? Padme had buns hairstyle. Yeah, she did. Um, yeah, she did. But we're gonna move on a new chapter in this epic tale of Kere Art. She loves it. It's fine. It's a wrap. If the client's happy, we're happy. Done deal.
Oh,
She's gonna
you are
print.
so kind, nice out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Nakanesa, she's gonna take this hair, print it out on a, and then stick it up on a wall at home at our place. Yeah, Nesa, make sure you send us a picture of this adorning
Yeah.
your wall in your office. Okay, so Naka Sue Britain, she said awesome stuff. Also good to see the Kickstarter is doing very well. Yes, it's chugging along very nicely. So fingers crossed that we'll get to the end before the Kickstarter fundraising finishes. Can't wait to see the final thing and hoping production goes smoothly for all gang. Nakasu. Okay, so we have one other request
Uh huh.
from Atueta. He is asking, Kere one drawing of a long loaf, part of it sliced, and rewa butter with slices of tomatoes on top. Mm-mm-mm. Good thing I already had dinner.
Uh, I, I, I haven't. I stepped my wife. We're making chop suey.
Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't had dinner yet. I forgot. Why was I so confident in saying that? My goodness.
Sige, wag ka invite mo rin.
Okay, so kere one drawing of a long loaf, part of it
Mhm.
sliced and rewa butter with slices of tomatoes on top.
Ooh,
Mm.
boy.
No pressure there. Your sketch has got to make us hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
Speaking of
Man.
bread, speaking of bread, have you had the pandesal from the Filipino bread from Flagstaff. Is that the shop that sells Filipino bread? Have you had it from there?
Um, I may have. I'm not sure. What is it that good?
Yeah, it's Filipino bread, pandesal. I think it
Okay.
translates to salt with bread. I'm not sure. Even if you are watching no Spanish, please feel free to chime in with your translation of pandesal. But anyway, the bread is like it's like bun. It's like a mixture of bun.
Okay. Okay.
It's like a it's like a it's like a mini loaf bun, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I hadn't had bread. I'd been having bread withdrawals, and all we, I just had um, just tuna and bread. Well, tuna and what was it? Just I was just tuna, just tin fish and long loaf, just with raw butter. I mean, there was a bit of mayo there, but the that raw butter was the star. I had that today. I'm still tripping on it now. Like we're about to have dinner, and I'm still thinking about lunch.
I mean, I don't know why you're trying to sound so sad the way you describe
Huh?
it. That sounds nice. That sounds lovely, bread and
No,
tuna.
no, yeah, no, no. It was awesome. I
Yeah.
had to fight off the kids for my piece. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
yeah, my daughter came and ate mine, and I yeah, I, um, yeah, but it was just the raw butter, man.
Real butter. It's very synonymous in Fiji. The when you talk about breakfast food or bread, you've got long. It's like long loaf and real butter. They go hand in hand, to the point where if you were to suggest margarine with long loaf, it's like sacrilege.
Yeah,
It's I don't know. They just go. I don't know what makes it work. Why is it so good? And
it's the salt. I mean, you can get away with flora, but but no,
yeah.
no, it's got to be, yeah,
Wait,
it's got to be raw butter.
is that the healthier option? Boo! I bluff. No, no. It's always good to eat
Mm,
healthy, kids. Eat your vegetables and listen to your parents.
yeah, leave the raw butter to the adults.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we're already halfway to our expiry
Yeah,
dates.
yeah.
Oh, that's a dark way to look at things. Excuse me. All right, that's looking lovely. Look at that. Long loaf with the bread and um, is that the butter at the background?
Yeah.
You know what? For this, just add a nice bright splash of red, and you're good.
Oh, for the tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Re-
never really thought like tomatoes would be nice,
Are you
but
kidding?
it's actually really nice. Yeah, with the pepper, like you have a bit
Yeah,
of white pepper, and
yeah. And the
so my
salt.
neighbors, my neighbor's mother would always do it, and we're like, oh, okay, and then you try it, and you're like, oh, that's good.
It's amazing. Wait a minute, Atuete, did you request this because it was this a sneaky way to get art, and then you could sell it to real butter. The next day it goes
Man,
to goes to Rewa or there is like, hey guys, you want to use this for your next ad campaign? I got a deal. Hey, no.
yeah, yeah, but I'm that gullible. I'll probably buy it off him.
You'd be like, wow, that's a really cool artwork. Who did that? Give it to me. Okay, so hey, Mulan Jack Lomani asks, Meli, do you still use AE, that's After Effects, if you have to incorporate some 3D elements in your work, or do you use other programs like Blender? All right, technical question and answer coming up. So AE is primarily a composition program, so you can its strengths lie in like 2D stuff or merging 2D compositions and layers and whatnot. It can do 3D, like in terms of like staging 2D layers and putting them on a 3D stage. That's what it can do. You can include you can include a plug-in that will enable you to open 3D files in After Effects and drop them into your scenes. For this short film, it's funny, we're actually still working behind the scenes, Michael and I, trying to figure out, because Michael has modeled the canoe in 3D. However, it's quite a system hog when trying to incorporate it into After Effects. And it actually
Yeah.
slows my computer down when trying to do 3D with 2D, drop them in together. So if we are going to encounter too much issues, we might switch it up and just have the shots with the Ndrua and the scenery. We'll just have it separate. Michael uses 3ds Max to model. So our second option, if doing the 3D work in After Effects doesn't work out, we'll do all the 3D shots in After Effects, in 3D Max, and render it out, and then um, drop it back into After Effects to merge the final shot. I hope that answered your question, Jack. Um, okay.
Wait, Jack. Sorry.
Hi,
Okay.
Jack. What? Who- Wait, who did you?
Sorry, man. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was
No,
like, oh
it's
yeah, okay.
fine. It's fine. It's a technical question answer. You just focus on doing the thing
Yeah.
you're really good at, which is making us hungry at this unusual hour after dinner. For those of you who have
Man.
had dinner, I haven't had dinner. I'm going to have dinner straight after this. Okay. Oh, actually, we have one comment from Naingama in Bula. Hey, we were just talking about you, Naingama. We were talking, yeah,
Yeah.
about how cool
It's
your.
never a good thing.
Hey, no, singay. Gossip that kind. No, but this is the good kind of gossip. Man, have you seen that drawing? Man, yeah, it's really awesome. Yeah. So, Naingama, we're just talking about your great Dr. Fong superhero. Um, do you call it fan art? I guess, since it's a famous person. Yeah, yeah, Dr. Fong's famous. Everyone knows him. Okay. He asks, can draw one fast kind GP?
Wait. Okay. No,
Wait,
that's
what?
sad. Yeah.
Wait, what's a
No,
GP?
as soon as I hear Nagama say draw one fast kind, that's like red flag. But
Oh,
it wasn't. It wasn't too.
oh,
It wasn't too.
the gauntlet has been thrown.
No,
Yeah, the gloves coming off.
no, no.
But what's GP? General practitioner. Goal point.
General purpose.
General purpose. What
This.
the? Oh, Jack, sorry, Nangama, could you clarify one fast kind GP? I'm not sure what that is.
It's the grog guy from.
Oh, your hero, your superhero, Grog Pounder, is it? Pound?
Well, man, that's another story. The deadline was okay.
Hey, this is looking
The-
good, Tui.
yeah, I better stop.
You
I
stop.
better
This
stop.
is good. This is good. This is good.
Yeah,
Does it make me hungry? Yes. Is it because I'm already hungry? Yes, yes. But
yeah.
it also is good enough to make me additionally hungry. So thank you for that. Um, so that's for you, Atueta. Uh, the loaf of bread with raw butter and tomatoes on top. Ooh,
Man,
I wonder if
I'm
he was having
hungry.
bread. Yeah, I wonder if he was having bread withdrawals, which is why he asked for it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are now in the last 10 minutes or so of our drawing
Wow,
session.
already.
Time does fly when you're having fun or stressing out. You know, I don't want to say which one you're having, but just leave that to other people. All right. So we're doing the last drawing now, and this is for Nangama. He's asking for GP. GP now, General Practitioner Growth Pounder.
Man.
Yeah. So, Tui, since this is your original creation, tell us a bit about this guy.
Okay. So this
Oh,
was
sorry,
what
sorry,
back in.
sorry. I should, sorry if I can ask you to pause. Just a heads up for all those people who requested, who just joined midway through and requested. These drawings will be made available on the Soli Bula Facebook page. They'll be dropped in the Facebook page after this session, and they're available for you to take and print out and put on your wall. And yeah, so that's it. Sorry, Tui, continue.
Yeah, no, it was, as with all things, this is when we're working for Fiji Living, and it was another one of those lastminute.com kind of things, and we needed a character, and so we just designed somebody really quick. He had a mole because one of the guys that worked with us had a mole on his forehead. But I couldn't come up with a name, so we just made it up and just said, "Oh, his name's GP," and we'll come up with a name later. You know, and because that's the thing. I think the first time you see him, it's you don't really. It wasn't. You just kind of see him in the shadows, kind of thing. We didn't reveal GP straight away because we didn't know who, what we're gonna, we didn't really know what his name was or anything like that. Because it was one of those awesome projects where they just said, "Hey, you just come up with something." I was like, "Oh, set, don't worry." So I was just making it up as I went along, and we just called the guy GP. But it was cool because people started coming up with names, and people just came up with names for him. So it was it was before the whole Marvel thing, so there weren't many superheroes about, and so really, when I was a kid, I grew up in a really small town. So when I came to Suva, it was the first time for me to see buildings that were taller than 4 stories. So I thought, wow, this is what a big city looks like. With this is where superheroes would, if Spider-Man was here, this is the kind of buildings that he'd swing from.
Yeah.
But then, as I was looking, I realized there was just Dominion House. He could swing from Dominion House maybe to Nganilau House and then back to Reserve Bank. But if there was a crime committed down by traps over there, Spider-Man would have to walk, and that would look pretty silly. So it was on that kind of thing. It was a superhero with all these superpowers. When I drew him, we put him in a uniform that looked like he was cutting grass, really. So I put him in overalls, loose-fitting overalls, and welding goggles. And then we just made up stuff about because his eyes are so sensitive because he's grog-doped.
Wait, so he gets his powers from being grog-doped?
Oh, it was his powers were something like, he worked for FEA. That was before it was EFL. He worked for FEA, and then he was drinking grog while he was fixing a power line. Then he got hit by lightning, and there was a lizard on the. It was one of those kind of stories. There was a lizard on the line, and it fused with his DNA and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, we didn't know what we were doing. That whole thing with Fiji Living was just. It was just a bunch of guys writing a magazine. It was heaps of fun though, because we were just doing stuff that. I'm drawing GP now on an iPad, on a digital tablet and a stylus. So the first, I should share them really. The first GP drawings when they came out, they were just drawn on a piece of A3 paper, traced with marker pen, and then just scanned into Photoshop and colored.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, that's yeah. I mean, that's
old
how
school.
things. Yeah, yeah. That's the. He said, "Oh, that's so old school." But every time we have a power cut, and I have a deadline, that's that's how I'm going to get the artwork to the client.
Power cuts, eh?
Yeah.
Did you guys have UPS?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We had UPS, and I can't even remember this fellow's logo. Well, that's not good.
It looked like. Let me see if I can remember. It looked like what's that hardware store?
Yes, that's
Ghulam
right.
Muhammad?
Yeah, Ghulam Muhammad.
Really
Hey,
good.
keep that to yourself.
I'm
Keep
sorry.
that
I'm
to yourself,
sorry.
Meli.
You know what? After
This was
this,
original. This was original artwork, man.
after this,
It's
yeah. There you go. There you go. After this stream, I'm gonna delete it. Delete all evidence of. Otherwise, Ghulam Muhammad gonna come after us.
No, not Ghulam Muhammad. It was GB Hari. GB Hari was the one
Well, there was a
that looked
G in
like
their name.
this.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Ghulam Muhammad is the one in Nakasi.
Yeah. Speaking as a former Nakasi guy. So. Oh, look at that! It's coming along nicely. So the GP. So you never really came up with the actual origins of his actual name, GP.
Not really. Like I designed him with the mustache and everything. And then I drew him, I think with the first issue, I drew him and I forgot to draw the mustache in because I was so sleep deprived. Because I was doing animation for, another man, I was doing heaps of stuff at the time. So I think I forgot to draw a mustache on him. Then I drew a mustache on him on the second issue.
Oh, that's easy. Time
And
passed.
then, we kind of wove it into the storyline and all that kind of stuff.
Maybe he's going through a Rambuka phase,
It was Movember.
Oh, Movember, right, that too. Oh, okay. So I can see the welding gloves. Those welding gloves were there.
Yeah. I just drew them because they look cool. It was like, they look cool in the drawings, but I think it was the kids from ISS. They had GP in one of their in one of the rock challenges.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Is that your claim to fame? An original
kind
character
of.
you made? Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I think the guy who dressed up as GP was my nephew, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, that's nepotism.
Yeah, I know. So it's like it's not a real.
No, it's
claim to
fine.
fame.
It's great. I mean, your family thinks it's cool enough to take outside of home, rather than that's your niece,
Oh
rather than
God.
nephew, rather than just like politely laughing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool, uncle. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool, Uncle. Oh God. Let's support him somehow. Jeez. Drawing
No.
pictures again.
So the opposite was true. He thought it was amazing enough to take it to perform in I forgot, what is it? The
rock challenge.
Rock challenge.
Man, you're older than I thought, Meli.
I am. I was gonna ask how old am I? I'm getting confused now. Okay, so it's coming along nicely.
Hey, so like when I'm zooming in on like this, like I'm doing the details on his face, that's what shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Basically, what you see on your iPad, that's what's streaming. Right. Yeah. So make sure to keep your browser history away from the screen. So
no, I'm browsing on another computer.
Oh, clever fella. Okay, Naingama says Tuets kere bread after this, us to drink tea and kakase tui after this.
Ooh. Okay.
Make sure you live stream it, guys, okay? Okay, make sure you live stream it so that we can all kakase it together. That's coming along, yeah.
Yeah. This for you. Nankama. I think
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Hey, no.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I actually got like scared. I was like, hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Well, it is 9 o'clock, just after 9. How many drawings did we do,
Okay.
Tui? I'm saying we. I'm sorry. You did, and I
um,
encouraged you. You know, I
man, I
cheered you
should
on.
write people's. So the frog was for. That's
Mue
for was for
and
Darren
Darren.
Moore.
Yeah, yeah. So why don't you write it down?
Yeah. Oops.
And then you get the spelling wrong.
Hey, come on, man! It is.
Hey.
It's E.
No, I'm kidding. That's all right. Your spelling.
Man, I when I went to Vilta with Darren.
Oh yeah, there you go. So you actually have no excuse.
Yeah.
All right. And the second one was Sunil. I remember Sunil.
Okay.
King
So
Kong with.
okay, here we go. Yeah.
This one's funny.
It's yeah.
That's Soneel.
So SO.
Soneel art and then Ram. What is the third one? Oh my goodness, the third one for Nesao. Nesao,
Oh man.
Sibia. The love
Man, I don't
story.
even want
Oh.
this.
I remember reading it out aloud, and in my mind, I was like, "OMG, how the hell are we going to do this?" And of course, when I say we, I meant you. I don't know why I keep claiming saying we. Yeah, so this is for Nesao. She said she's gonna print it and hang it on a frame it on a wall. Man, make sure you clear one wall side just for this one drawing. Yeah, maybe the door, so you can with the door opens, it gets hidden.
What, behind the toilet?
Yeah, no. Okay, the fourth one was the bread. That's atueta.
Oh, I should sign him. Oh,
You sign them after, but yeah,
oh
you should
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
sign them. Otherwise, I'll sign
Hey,
them.
is it a dash? Is it like
Yeah,
how
the
do you,
dash art,
is it
but
art?
that's his social media name. Atueta. You can what you do when you get this thing, you can just open Photoshop and just write your actual name there. And then
Really?
you.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, him. Oh. So,
So that's the third one, fourth one, and then
that
the
was
last
the
one.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then the last one is superhero artist Nangama. Oh, yeah, it makes sense that this fella requests for you to draw GP because superhero characters, that's his jam. Bread and butter jam, bread, long loaf, raw butter. I'm getting hungry now, man. Anyway, all right. So, viewers, thanks for tuning in. That was the 1 hour session of Kere Art with Tui Ledua. And we did this session to showcase Tui and his work and show how he works and show all the showcase the talent of the crew that are working on Soli Bula. If you haven't backed the Kickstarter for the production for Soli Bula, please visit the link. It's on our Facebook page, the Soli Bula Facebook page, where you can go to the Kickstarter, or you can just go to Kickstarter itself, the website kickstarter.com, and search up Soli Bula. That's SOLIBULA. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. We really enjoyed your company, and we look forward to. Hey, you know what? This was fun. I reckon we should do this next week, too. What you reckon? Another 1 hour of your precious time, if you don't mind.
Yeah, 1 hour is fine, man. I mean, it's. I don't. I sit at home in my corner and I just draw. This is nice. I get to talk to people.
All right. Actual social interactions aside from your family.
Besides from the screaming kids, man.
All right. That's cool.
Who
That's
steal
cool.
my food?
we'll definitely set up something for next week again. And for those of you watching in, thanks for tuning in, and please continue to help spread the link. If you've contributed, or if you just like to help out in other ways, please share the Kickstarter link wherever possible with your friends and family. And take care. You know, the lockdown has lifted for those of you in Suva and Osori. Sorry, not the lockdown is lifted, but we're still in our containment zones here in Suva. So everyone stay safe, mask up, you know, try and practice all those things to make sure that you don't get COVID, because COVID is not fun. And stay safe. And we have the weekend coming up, and try and stay home as much as possible if you can, and stay in touch with your loved ones. All right, Tui, you can stop now. We're done.
I know it's terrible, but yeah.
All right, everyone. Number 11. We'll see you on the next one. Tui, say goodbye.
Isa Vinaka, thanks guys. It was pretty fun.
That was fun. I really enjoyed, you know, seeing you do all the work while I just prattle on nicely. Okay, Isa, Vinaka, everyone, for tuning in. We'll set this up for another session next week. We'll probably do it at the same time next week. I'll put the notice out. Yeah. Okay. Vinaka, Tui.
Set. Isa,
Thanks for
thanks.
everything.